Libra, Virgo, Cancer, Taurus, and Scorpio. We have this energy of them realizing that you're no longer going to sacrifice parts of yourself for them to grow. There is some sort of regret on how things ended from their side, but then you also know you wouldn't sacrifice parts of yourself for this person anymore. Let's dive in. Welcome to your daily reading. I'll be honest with you guys, right now I'm specifically feeling an energy of someone being heavily on their mind on how things ended between the both of you, right? And this could be you, this could be them, but that's specifically the energy that I'm picking up on right now. Okay, and do I want to say, do I feel some sort of regret? No, not really, but it definitely is more of an underlying energy that's coming out. Boom, I called it out. The energy right here is a Ten of Swords reverse, right? Do I specifically feel like you are done completely healing from this past situationship, this past relationship? No, not really. Do I feel like they're also done healing from the situation? No. Okay? And the reason I say no is because we have the Ten of Swords. Yes, the Ten of Swords signifies the ending of a cycle, but not completely fully there, right? And maybe that's what I'm specifically feeling, like a sense of regret or a sense of how things ended. The thing about it is that with the Nine of Wands being right here, I don't want to say you completely gave up on this person, but what ended up happening was that you gave up on the relationship and you gave up on the situation, and maybe you even thought that they also did as well. The reason being is because things started to be hard on you. Okay? These things started to be hard on you. Basically, you dealing with this person put you in a place of questioning your self-worth and questioning yourself as well. Okay? So with the Ten of Swords right here and with the Nine of Wands, you are in this mentality of, why should I work towards something if there's nothing that's going to be given to me at the end? Right? And I specifically feel like you've been in this energy of trying to put yourself back together, right? This could be about money, this could be about finances, but I specifically feel like you've been in this energy of more focused on you. Maybe you're not talking to people, maybe you're not seeing people, and if you are talking or seeing people, you are only seeing them in a way of trying to move on from your past relationship. Right? And maybe that's something we don't want to do exactly, because with the moon specifically being right here, I feel like some of you guys, for my collective right here, you guys could be trying to move on with other people just to forget about this person. Right? Or you guys know when you're basically trying to bring in somebody else to replace your past person and to be able to walk away from them. I don't know why I feel like there's a fear in your mind of what happens if you move forward, what happens if you walk away and then they choose to come back and then things start to expand. Those specific things like that, right? With the moon being right here, we specifically are picking up from both of your energies, you and them, right? To me, it honestly feels like the person that you were dealing with is a person, I wouldn't say that does not like to deal with their emotions, but they definitely do suppress them with the moon and with the Ten of Swords, right? With the Nine of Wands, though, lately you have been under stress when it comes down to work, or you have been under stress when it comes down to making money or trying to build something for you. Right, you're definitely under that type of stress. We have Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer, and then we have Virgo, right? You've been under stress trying to find a way to better yourself, or you've been under stress trying to find a better way to understand what you want for your future and specifically what things you want to do for your future. But going back to your specific person and going back to your person, right, with the Ten of Swords, to me it feels like why not? They still think about you here and there. They still think about the situation, but they're morely in the thoughts of how this situation ended between you and them, right? To me, it feels like with the Nine of Wands right here, I personally feel like you could have tried to have one last final conversation with them and it didn't truly go as planned. Exactly. with the Knight of Swords and with the Nine of Wands, you try to have one last final conversation with them, but in their area of thought, or while you guys were having this conversation, things didn't go the way that you planned them to go, right? Or when you guys had this conversation, things didn't go the way that you expected things to go, or the way that they expected things to go. It's like with the Star being right here in reverse, even in the back of your mind, you tell yourself that there's truly nothing that you can do or this person can do for you to basically take them back upon again. And I feel like they also know that. Right? We do have this, exactly, we do have the Page of Wands right here. With the Page of Wands being right here, it's like, it talks all about movement and all about creation, but at the same time, we have that energy of maybe facing somewhere else, maybe looking somewhere else, because with the Empress, they know for a fact you're never gonna give them parts of you to help them grow or to help them move forward when it comes down to their future, right? And that's why we have the Star, the Empress, and the Moon, because to a certain extent, we have this underlying energy of them specifically knowing, them specifically feeling that because of them, this connection did end, and because of them, you did sacrifice parts of yourself. And that's why there was a really hard time things growing or things specifically happening, right? The the Nine of Swords not only tells me that for a hot minute, you were trying to make this person better. With the Knight of Swords, you were trying to understand them for a hot moment, right? The only problem right here is that we have a very much so stubborn energy of a person that, like I'm telling you, doesn't like to acknowledge their emotions, doesn't like to feel their emotions. So you specifically see why I'm telling you that this person in the back of their mind, they have some sort of regret how things ended, but they also do feel and they also know that you wouldn't sacrifice parts of yourself for their growth ever again. And that's why we have the Star, the Empress in reverse, and with the Page of Wands, this person could definitely be very much so childish when it comes down to things about how they're going through life. This person could be extremely childish how they take steps for their reality, right? Meaning they have done multiple things, or they have done different things in their reality that don't truly bring them some sort of blessing, right? I don't know, I'm specifically picking up somebody that cares a lot about their teeth, or somebody that honestly cares a lot about their physical well-being. And this could be you and this could be them. But we have that energy of having some form of regret knowing that they put you through what they put you through. And that the only thing they can do right now is basically move on, because you're no longer willing to sacrifice parts of yourself for their growth. Overall, that's all I have for you. Take care.